Thank you very much for being here. I wanted to ask you a question about the American political climate. So your analysis of the previous two American presidential elections and your forecast for the upcoming 2024 election is that the candidate against whom the election is a referendum will lose. Do you think this is an inevitable consequence of America's two-party political system, or just a recent trend caused by the nature of candidates offered to the American electorate?
No, I think it's probably an inevitable consequence of a two-party trend. I think it's very difficult to think of a presidential election that was a positive referendum on the candidate. Probably the last one in America was 2008, where people positively voted for Barack Obama because they thought of him as a transformative figure. But that's a rarity. The usual nature of politics is sort of negative in orientation. And so I don't think there's anything unnatural about that. My only call has been that both parties should nominate somebody who's sane. First party to rationality in the United States is likely to win. Unfortunately, we have on the one hand a geriatric doctrine, and on the other hand we have Donald Trump. So the American people chooses its own candidates, and as H.L. Mencken said, democracy is the theory that you ought to get what you deserve. The American people are about to get what they deserve, good and hard. So that is what it is.
So on that note, do you think that the states would benefit from a stronger third party like we have in the UK or in Canada, for example?
I don't think that the system lends itself to it very well because, again, it's not a parliamentary democracy. I mean, the idea in the United States is very much built around this sort of binary two-party system. It's very difficult for a third party to make serious inroads. What we have seen over the past few years, it's a lot easier to take over one of the major parties. Right? Trump effectively took over the Republican Party from the inside and changed it around himself. And you can see something similar that could easily happen inside the Democratic Party. Actually, Bernie Sanders has been quite successful at moving the Democratic Party significantly further to the left than it was even 10 or 15 years ago.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.